This is
AudioHabla.
Mexican Spanish. Lesson 42.
La tecnología.
Welcome to
AudioHabla.
Real Mexican Spanish. The way people actually talk in Mexico. Visit us at
audiohabla.com.
for more lessons, resources, and updates. Before we begin, a few reminders. This lesson works best when you speak out loud. Every time you hear a word or phrase followed by a pause, say it out loud. Don't just listen. Speak. That's how your brain learns a language. Also, don't move on to the next lesson until you've mastered about 90% of this one. If a word or phrase still trips you up, replay this lesson. Repetition is not failure. Repetition is how fluency is built. Let's begin. This is lesson 42 of
AudioHabla.
Mexican Spanish. Let's start by going back. Some of these you learned weeks ago. See how many you remember. I'm going to call you later.
Te llamo después.
I don't have signal.
No tengo señal.
Good. Now further back. The farewell was painful. From phase 3.
La despedida fue dolorosa.
Life has a lot of movement.
La vida tiene mucho movimiento.
Those are beautiful phrases. Don't let them fade. Now from phase 2. Let's go to the restaurant.
Vamos al restaurante.
I'm ready.
Estoy lista.
And from phase 1. Do you speak Spanish?
¿Habla español?
Yes, a little.
Sí, un poco.
Now phase 4. It's very hot today. I want to go to the beach.
Hace mucho calor hoy. Quiero ir a la playa.
I work in an office. What do you do for a living?
Trabajo en una oficina. ¿A qué se dedica?
Excellent. Now let's learn about technology. Listen to the word for computer.
Computadora.
That means computer. In some Spanish-speaking countries they use a different word, but in Mexico, this is what people say. Say it after the speaker.
Computadora.
Again.
Computadora.
Say my computer.
Mi computadora.
Now the word for
Internet.
this one is easy. Listen.
Internet.
In Mexican Spanish, it sounds similar to English, but with Spanish pronunciation. Say it after the speaker.
Internet.
Do you remember how to say it doesn't work or it's not working? Listen to a very useful phrase.
No funciona.
The second word means works or functions. Say it doesn't work.
No funciona.
Again.
No funciona.
Now combine them. Say the
Internet.
doesn't work.
El Internet no funciona.
Say my computer doesn't work.
Mi computadora no funciona.
Now let's recall. How do you say I need medicine? From the health lesson.
Necesito medicina.
Good. Use the same pattern. I need a computer.
Necesito una computadora.
I need.
Internet. Necesito Internet.
Now a word every traveler needs. Listen.
Wifi.
In Mexico, people pronounce this word the way you just heard it. Say it after the speaker.
Wifi.
Now listen to a very important word. It means password.
Contraseña.
That means password. This is a word you will need at every hotel and coffee shop in Mexico. Say it after the speaker.
Contraseña.
Again.
Contraseña.
Now listen to how you ask, what is the
Wifi.
password? This is the single most useful technology phrase in Mexico. Listen.
¿Cuál es la contraseña del Wifi?
Say what is the
Wifi.
password after the speaker.
¿Cuál es la contraseña del Wifi?
Again.
¿Cuál es la contraseña del Wi-Fi?
Let's do a substitution drill. Do you remember what is your number from the last lesson?
¿Cuál es tu número?
Good. Now what is the date from the calendar lesson?
¿Cuál es la fecha?
And what is the
Wifi.
password?
¿Cuál es la contraseña del Wifi?
Notice the same pattern. What is followed by the thing you want to know? This is a powerful pattern. Now listen to the word for web page or website. Listen.
Página.
That means page. Say it after the speaker.
Página.
And listen to the word for email. In Mexico, people use a shortened version. Listen.
Correo.
That means email or mail. Say it after the speaker.
Correo.
Say my email.
Mi correo.
What is your email? Use the same pattern you've been practicing.
¿Cuál es tu correo?
Do you remember the word for password?
Contraseña.
Computer?
Computadora.
Now let's practice at a hotel you just arrived at,
Hotel Marquis Reforma.
and you need to connect to the
Wifi.
You go to the front desk. Say, excuse me, the polite form.
Disculpe.
Sí, dígame.
She said, yes, tell me. That is how hotel staff often respond. Ask her for the
Wi-Fi.
password.
¿Cuál es la contraseña del Wi-Fi?
La contraseña es Marquis 2024. Todo junto, en minúsculas.
She gave you the password and said, all together, in lowercase. You try to connect, but there is a problem. Tell her the
Internet.
doesn't work.
El Internet no funciona.
¿En qué cuarto está?
She asked what room you are in. Do you remember the word for room from the home lesson?
Cuarto.
Tell her room 512.
Cuarto 512.
Voy a revisar. Un momento, por favor.
She said she's going to check. One moment, please. After a minute, she returns.
Ya está. ¿Puede intentar de nuevo?
She said it's ready now. Can you try again? The phrase try again is useful. Listen.
Intentar de nuevo.
Tell her, yes, now it works. Thank you very much.
Sí, ahora sí funciona. Muchas gracias.
De nada. Si necesita algo más, con gusto.
She said, you're welcome. If you need anything else, with pleasure. That last phrase is very Mexican. Listen again.
Con gusto.
Say, with pleasure, after the speaker.
Con gusto.
This is more common than
De nada.
in formal service situations in Mexico. Remember it. Let's practice connecting old and new vocabulary. I'll give you a sentence and ask you to change parts of it. The
Internet.
doesn't work. Say it.
El Internet no funciona.
Change
Internet.
to cell phone.
El celular no funciona.
Change cell phone to car. Use the Mexican word.
El carro no funciona.
Change doesn't work to is expensive.
El carro es caro.
Now a different chain. I need the
Wi-Fi.
password. Say it.
Necesito la contraseña del Wi-Fi.
Change password to number.
Necesito el número del Wi-Fi.
Change the whole thing to I need the doctor's number.
Necesito el número del doctor.
Change I need to what is.
¿Cuál es el número del doctor?
Excellent. You are building real flexibility with Spanish. This is how conversation works. You take patterns you know and swap in new words. Let's try one more. I want to send a message to my wife.
Quiero mandar un mensaje a mi esposa.
Change my wife to my boss.
Quiero mandar un mensaje a mi jefe.
Change send a message to call.
Quiero llamar a mi jefe.
Change I want to I need.
Necesito llamar a mi jefe.
Now let's practice at a coffee shop. You want to work on your computer, but need.
Wifi.
You ask the waiter. Say, excuse me, do you have?
Wifi. Disculpe, ¿tienen wifi?
Sí, claro. La contraseña está en la mesa.
She said, yes, of course. The password is on the table. The word for table is a new word. Listen.
Mesa.
Say table after the speaker.
Mesa.
Say on the table.
En la mesa.
Your friend arrives and sits down. She asks what you are doing. Listen.
¿Qué haces?
She asked, what are you doing? Tell her, I'm working on the computer. Listen to how you say it.
Estoy trabajando en la computadora.
Say, I'm working on the computer.
Estoy trabajando en la computadora.
¿Necesitas ayuda?
She asked if you need help. The word for help is useful. Listen.
Ayuda.
Say help after the speaker.
Ayuda.
Tell her no thanks, but the
Internet.
is slow. Listen to the word for slow.
Lento.
Say slow after the speaker.
Lento.
Now say the
Internet.
is slow.
El Internet está lento.
Sí, aquí siempre es así. ¿Quieres ir a otro café?
She said, yes, it's always like that here. Do you want to go to another cafe? Do you remember the word for always?
Siempre.
Tell her no, it's fine. I also need to send an email. Listen to how you say send an email.
Mandar un correo.
Say, I need to send an email.
Necesito mandar un correo.
Bueno, yo voy a pedir un café. ¿Quieres uno?
She is going to order a coffee and asked if you want one. Tell her, yes, please. A coffee with milk. The phrase for with milk is a new one. Listen.
Con leche.
Say a coffee with milk.
Un café con leche.
Tell her, yes, please, a coffee with milk.
Sí, por favor. Un café con leche.
Let's do a final review. First, the new words. Computer,
Computadora.
password,
Contraseña.
Email.
Correo.
Page or website.
Página.
It doesn't work.
No funciona.
Slow.
Lento.
Help.
Ayuda.
Table.
Mesa.
Now some key phrases. What is the
Wifi.
password?
¿Cuál es la contraseña del Wi-Fi?
The
Internet.
doesn't work.
El Internet no funciona.
I need to send an email.
Necesito mandar un correo.
With pleasure. The Mexican service phrase.
Con gusto.
Now let's go back again. From phase 3. With all my heart.
Con todo mi corazón.
From phase 2. I don't know.
No sé.
From phase 4. I bought a shirt in.
Centro histórico.
Do you remember how to say I bought?
Compré una camisa en el centro histórico.
My vacation is in December.
Mis vacaciones son en diciembre.
You are building real depth now. Every lesson, you are not just learning new words. You are keeping everything alive. Excellent work. You can now handle basic technology situations in Mexican Spanish. In the next lesson, you will learn how to order in a restaurant like a local.
Hasta la próxima lección.
This has been Lesson 42 of
AudioHabla.
Mexican Spanish.
AudioHabla.
That's the end of Lesson 42. In Lesson 43, you'll learn how to order in a restaurant like a local. Remember, don't move to the next lesson until this one feels natural. Replay it as many times as you need. Aim for 90% before moving on. This has been
AudioHabla.
Mexican Spanish. Real Spanish. The Mexican way. Visit
audiohabla.com.
for the full course, transcripts, and more.
Hasta la próxima lección.